What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's going on? Cheers,
Cheers,
brother.
bro. I don't know why, man.
You want that tight energy, bro? Like you and shit. Yeah. Welcome back to the Dab Podcast.
Welcome back to the Dad Podcast, brother. I'm sorry, bro.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
I had a few too many beers right now.
No.
All right, so
I've got the black lung.
welcome to the Dad Podcast. This is episode 9?
9, bro.
Woohoo!
Right?
Right.
Holy
Sure.
shit.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just chilling, bro.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm good. It's been a fucking crazy week though, dude. Because remember, my birthday was this past Monday.
Yeah.
And then I was super happy on my birthday because of everything that happened last Sunday with football and the Niners. We crushed the Eagles and shit.
Hey, fuck those Eagles.
Fuck them. But no, what was crazy is they also announced the college football playoffs this week. And bro, they left Florida State out of the college football playoffs. Undefeated team, won a championship, and they left them out.
Fixed.
I agree.
What was that? Iggy?
I agree.
What?
I agree, sir.
Oh,
You concur?
I concur. No, yeah, that shit's rigged, bro.
Yeah. It's fuck, dude. That shit is permeating all sports.
Yeah, I feel the same way about not just college football, but the NFL and NBA too, bro. It's like I've always thought about this. It's like, how do you come up with spreads? And you come up with over-unders. You come up with player props. And it's so close. Like, how do you know that? Like, I understand you can account for, when it comes to football, you can account for coverage for a football player. Like, for instance, let's say CeeDee Lamb from Dallas.
Mhm.
You can account for his schedule and who he's what cornerback or what safety he's going to be matching up with. But how are you going to know he's going to be over 84 yards? How are you going to know he's going to get 15 catches or 8 catches? Sorry.
Yeah.
How do you know that? And when it comes down to when the spread, how do you know that it's going to be a 57 over under? Like, how do you determine that? I know you could come with a low score because based off of weather and players and coverage and everything. But how do you get so fucking close? Obviously, this Thursday, the game that just happened on Thursday, they got it completely wrong.
And the Niners Eagles.
Exactly. No, actually, you know what? I had a thing about the Niners Eagles. Because I obviously think this is a conspiracy. But I thought because the line opened up at 1.5 for the Niners and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Then it climbed to 3. But the line always shifts. So I thought that Vegas was just trying to rack in all the money for people to pick the line. And then they were going to drop the number again to be low so they can rack up on the money.
They were trying to get the Eagles fans
to
bet on them.
Exactly. But it's surprisingly, they kept the line at 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one of our boys, I don't want to name his name because I don't want to see him whacked by the mafia.
Forget about it.
He had a good point. He said every time you bet on a parlay, always keep your bets close to the time frame of when the game starts, because that's when the like for instance football, 10 a.m. Only bet on the 10 a.m. games on one parlay card. Don't mix 10 a.m. with 1:30 or with the 1:25 games and the 5 o'clock game. Because when you lock that in the morning for the 10 a.m. games, the 1 o'clock game can readjust. And then the 5 o'clock game can readjust. So when you're locked in at 10 a.m., you're fucked with the real score, the real spread that's going to be at the beginning of the game.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna bet on 10 a.m. games, bet last minute at the game. I'm right before the game, and only do it in the 10 o'clock frame
Mhm.
because then you have your better chances to do your judgments on it. So they don't have any wiggle room to move and get you out of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was smart, and he's actually won a few times with that method. But my whole thing is basketball. 106 to 113. How the fuck do you how do you get so close to the over under on that? How do you know that's happening? I think the refs have something to do with it.
Bro, of course they do. I mean, they've had dudes from the mafia do interviews like on HBO. They've had the ref who got busted for fixing games. Like
Yeah.
it's an actual thing, dude. Like it's. I feel like the people, just like boxing is rigged, right? It's
I don't think boxing is rigged. I think it's predictable. I know boxing has a rap from when Don King used to fix fights and shit and pay people out, but I don't think it's fucking rigged.
bro. There's too many fights nowadays that like one judge just has it so wrong. Like that, nah, dude, that shit is wild. Like it's. I'm not saying
Right now as we talk, it's 10. So
10-23.
Devin Haney, I don't know if the fight's still on,
Uh-huh.
but Devin Haney's fighting in San Francisco right now
Uh-huh.
against some other guy, and the other guy's he's a fighter, but he's not no named fighter like Devin Haney. Devin Haney's gonna win that fight, hands down. He's a champ. It is what it is.
Even
It's
if
not rigged. It's just more noticeable. But this is how I can prove your theory wrong when it was about boxing being fixed. You know who Andy Ruiz is?
of course.
You know when he fought Joshua?
Yeah, and he beat him.
Joshua was supposed to fight somebody else. And the other guy got hurt last minute,
Mm-hmm.
like a day before or a couple days before. Andy Ruiz got the call. Do you want to
Why are you
fight?
saying it Ruiz? It's Ruiz.
Ruiz, whatever.
You're Mexican, bro. Say it right.
I'm tired. I'm Americanized. Anyways, um, he got the call. Yeah, I'll take the fight. Everybody, because nobody heard of Andy.
No, they did. He just not like
He wasn't.
not the casual person.
He wasn't supposed to have that fight.
Yeah.
Last minute fight.
Mm-hmm.
That means this guy didn't train for the fight.
You could tell.
Exactly. Now, Joshua, all the money was on Joshua. Do you think that they called Andy and said, win that fight and Joshua throw the fight? No. Andy went in there and he proved himself, and you could tell by his fucking reaction at the end. It was so natural. He looked like a big ass fucking kid in there. When he jumping in the air, I thought he was gonna land with his fat ass and break his ankles. But that wasn't rigged.
Not everyone has the ankles of a toddler like you, bro. Are you telling me there's no world where you can envision?
No, there is.
Anthony Joshua, hold on. Because like I said, I'm not saying it's always rigged by the same people, that it's a massive conspiracy. I'm saying that it's rigged, period. Because I guarantee you, Anthony Joshua saw the opportunity to get his biggest payday ever by betting against himself. Because he didn't get knocked out, remember? He stood up, backed into a corner, and let the ref call the fight.
Oh, he got knocked
He got
out.
rocked.
He got knocked out a few times.
Yeah, I'm not saying he did.
I believe no. You know what? He got knocked down, and it took him a minute to get up, and then Andy rushed him when he came back up and was hitting him.
He knocked,
and
yes.
And Anthony wasn't defending himself, and then they called the fight.
Yeah, he knocked him down twice in the third. After he got knocked down at the beginning of the third, and then he took it in either the seventh or the eighth. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but that he got knocked down, stood up, he spit out his mouth guard, then stood up, and his eyes weren't all hazy, nothing like that, and he just backed into a corner.
Yeah.
Again, I want you to think about it, right? Do you know how much money he could have potentially made with the right bookie betting against himself
Winner, I
by
understand that.
taking Andy Ruiz in the 8th or the 7th? He knew that that fight had to be over right then.
So you're saying that he basically threw his career for a payday?
He didn't throw his career because he won the title right back the very next fight. Then he got beat again,
But
and
when
it was a
you,
whole
but
other thing.
when you're a fighter, you don't want to lose.
I'm not saying you want to
You're
lose,
not gonna be put up there with the great if you lose fights like
and
that.
I'm not saying that's not true, but I can easily envision a world where either he wanted to make a crap ton of money by playing against himself, or he got put into a position like what happens to like refs and other players, where it's like he falls behind with a bookie, can't pay it, and then the dude's like, "Hey, you better lose the fight in the 7th."
There's all those possibilities for sure.
But there's a lot of evidence about it, though. That's what I'm saying. Like it keeps happening.
And
Like
you think
decade after decade, there's always more cheating scandals. There's always
so then
more of
you
this.
so then you think
I think.
so then you think that players have a big influence on the game
Yeah, of
as
course.
far as rigging it,
In
like
it
a Pete,
depends on the
like a
game.
Pete Rose.
Like yes, I think that on a smaller team, yeah, one player can have a massive effect.
Yeah,
Right? You can throw the whole match. You can drop a running back can fumble a ball at a crucial moment. A cornerback can misread a pass at a specific time. It's yeah, it's definitely possible. And again, I think it's even more evidence now because now the NFL is in bed with Vegas, right?
how do you see that?
Because Roger Goodell for years was like, oh, we're never going to do open sports betting. We're never going to work with sports betting. Now they have DraftKings and all this other shit advertised during the NFL. They have an NFL team in fucking Vegas where you can bet on all the other games that are going on.
Yeah,
Like, obviously, the NFL is now taking money because the whole thing was they were never going to take money from Vegas. Now they're doing it openly.
yeah.
Remember the Niners and Rams game? No one could figure out why McVay would go for a field goal at the end of the game, risk his players getting hurt. There's absolutely no chance. There's seconds left on the clock. There's no chance you come back. But then they kick a field goal and cover the spread. You don't think?
That was fishy for sure.
Fuck yeah! And they just did it again a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Bro, like there's signs everywhere. You can't tell me
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
happening.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Well, that's why I told you that I think sports betting is rigged for sure.
fuck yeah. I agree 100%.
I just don't see how they come so close to the lines of understanding where the over under is going to be. It just proves that they
If you have a ref in your pocket, you can control the score. That's why.
yeah. You notice when there's a penalty that goes off, and they know that they call the bad penalty, they call it bogus penalty following up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's no, like I said, I think that it's bullshit what's going on. I think it's clear for most people to see, right? And I'm not gonna say it's some grand fucking massive conspiracy, but you can't tell me when there's that much money involved, right? Bro, these refs for the NFL are part time. They're not even full time. If someone tells you in a crucial moment in a big game,
at what rate though?
doesn't matter. Even if they make
You're not talking $14 an hour or $18.
bro, even if they make 100 grand in a season, which they don't, but even if they did, you can't tell me that for 250 grand in the right crucial game or the right game period, if the betting is all over the board, right? Massive spread that you can't go to a ref and be like, hey, here's 250 grand. I need this to happen in the fourth quarter. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but just get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's too much money for that not to be happening. Like
money it's all corrupted for sure.
fuck yeah.
It's like the government, bro. Like our dollar, bro. When we buy something, or we actually not even buy something, when we get our paychecks,
Yep.
you get taxed. when you spend that money that's already been taxed, you get taxed again.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to whatever you bought later on, you try to sell it to somebody,
It gets taxed again.
it gets taxed again.
Well,
It's just yeah.
they keep finding out ways how to tax the exact same fucking dollar over and over, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, what happened to, no taxation without representation? That shit's out the window,
Yeah.
right? We learned about that shit in fucking kindergarten. That's why the revolution happened.
Yeah.
The American Revolution, because the Brits were taxing us for every fucking little thing, and Americans had enough.
Yeah.
Now,
it's all controlled.
Exactly. Like it's everyone, or some people talk about how the president makes no money, and congressmen and senators, they only get paid a certain amount every year, and blah blah blah. Dude, they have their fingers and hands in so many pockets. Like, do you understand how much they make from insider trading?
Yeah.
That shit is legal for senators and congresspeople.
Yeah.
I mean, not 100% legal, but they've figured out a way to make it legal.
Yeah.
Right? If all you have to do is indict a company or find out about a company, you find out that they're about to merge. What happened with Microsoft? Right? They were trying to buy out Activision, and the what's the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, started investigating, even though the rest of the world, right, was pretty much like, hey, just some things need to be changed in the deal structure, and then we're okay. Because the European Union did that.
Yeah.
Right? But with the FTC, they poured through all the merger documents. They started leaking all Microsoft secrets, dude. Fucking blew that shit out of the water.
Yeah.
And boom, right there for the world to see, all Microsoft secrets.
And then they tried to cover it up.
Sony got a massive boost in their stock value after that, right? Because in the thing, Microsoft admit in the trial, Microsoft was like, "Oh, we've already lost the console war, right? Worldwide, not in the United States still, but I mean, even then, the Sony has a pretty big stranglehold, but Microsoft is obviously third."
Yeah.
Right? And when people heard that, boom, Sony stock soared. You're telling me that the people on the Federal Trade Commission, those senators, all those people, didn't immediately fucking start betting on Sony and buying stocks in Sony because they knew what was going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to do. Indict a company, investigate them, boom. All that shit's going to become public.
I don't know how you stand with I don't know your stance on cryptocurrency, but XRP just won their lawsuit against the government or the SEC.
Yeah, the government. That's the government.
And I was looking at other big companies that went to court with the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Google's one.
Yep.
Apple's another. I believe Microsoft's another one.
Yep.
Tesla, I believe, was one. And look where all those companies are right now. And it's crazy because they take them to court to try to get their fingers inside the fucking company.
The honeypot,
they lose. And they come to a negotiation for them to be in the company.
Yep.
It's all just it's just part of the plan.
Yes.
So now the SEC lost to XRP. I bet you that shit's going to be fucking merging.
Bro, number one, look at what happens with the EPA, so the Environmental Protection Agency.
Uh-huh.
How many presidents of the EPA are like former and present, are now involved with oil companies.
Yeah.
Right? Like, again, it's fucking across the entire government. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but at a certain point,
I mean, that's literally what we're talking about.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, I'm not saying that 9/11 was an inside job.
I want to know how you feel about that, bro.
About 9/11?
Yeah.
If it was an inside job, I think.
Bluntly, just tell me how you feel about it.
I don't think it was an inside job. I think we knew about it. Just like how we found out with Pearl Harbor.
That, we knew about what?
that we knew that 9/11 was going to happen, and we let it happen. The U.S. government let 9/11 happen because they knew it would infuriate the American people. We would let the United States go to war without any evidence. We started 3 wars because of it. And out of 9/11, the government got the okay to spy on its own citizens through the Patriot Act.
So you think they really did it?
Again, I don't think the American government did it.
No.
I thought that
I'm talking about
Al Qaeda
yeah.
and Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
I think they did it, yeah. But I think we knew about it.
I don't think they did it.
So who do you think did it?
The United States.
You think it was an inside job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was a reason for us to go over there and for the oil, pretty much, and go over there and basically get our foot stamp on their land. And we made it look like it was a thing. And
dude, we fucked those people up.
Think about it. When the towers got hit, I mean, even if they did do it, you know what I mean? When the towers got hit, they got hit from above, up high.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing Jenga and you're pulling blocks and it falls, doesn't it fall from the top to the bottom because the bottom is still strong with to its core? There's something still standing, right?
Sure, I guess, but you're not talking about the same kind of weight, though. That
think about it. Even when it does fall, it tips, right?
Yeah.
So the weak point falls over and it falls to the ground, right? How does a building go from top straight down? It's a demolition.
I mean, it didn't look like there was multiple explosions.
On top of that, 3 buildings got hit.
Yeah.
Both the towers
and the Pentagon.
Why did that 4th building get blown up?
Why didn't the 4th building?
Why did it? When it had no type of plane hit it or anything. There was a 4th building that blew up.
Which building?
It was like right next to the Twin Towers. It had no damage whatsoever and it blew up. It was damage.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
Now you gotta be curious. We'll have to look into that.
The government was talking about how there was just a few days before it, about how much, how there were missing documents on uncounted money that was uncalled for. Tell me why the Pentagon got hit right in that spot, where all the documents were supposed to be in that side of the building, and now they can't find where that missing money is, and now it's just wiped clean.
Yeah, but where's the evidence for that?
Where's the evidence for what? It was being investigated, and now the investigation's gone.
Yeah, but there would still be a record of the investigation.
The timing of it. How do you investigate something that's destroyed?
No, I'm saying that there'd be record of the investigation.
It was destroyed.
Then how do we know that there was an investigation?
Because it was put on the news 2 days before it happened.
Okay, so where's that video?
Well, the government wiped it. Bro. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I gotta look into that, bro. I
think it was set up.
I do believe that our government's capable of some heinous shit. Right, like during World War II, we set up internment camps, concentration camps for Japanese people.
Yeah,
like the same shit that the Nazis did. Now we weren't gassing fucking Japanese people,
yeah,
right? But we literally did the same fucking shit, except for the mass genocide. These were American citizens. Like, and 9/11 did give the government the control over people that it's always wanted. They can use drones on American citizens on U.S. soil. They can tap our phones, tap our internet, tap whatever they want now, and say, "Oh, it's matter of national security," and use the Patriot Act. Right? That's why it was so crazy when Snowden with the WikiLeaks, right? Like all this shit that people were scared about for so long, and people were like, all these conspiracy theorists were saying, Snowden leaked all the proof. Boom! This massive fucking thing. He's still hiding somewhere in Russia. Because he knows if he pops his head out for 1 fucking second, his cap is going to be peeled back.
Yeah.
Right? That was by far the biggest breach in U.S. government history.
Yeah.
Like it proved everything that we were doing wrong, like Guantanamo Bay and us using torture when we were saying, oh, we're not using torture. We changed words, but we were fucking waterboarding people that we knew were innocent.
Yeah.
By that time, we already knew that Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11.
How do you feel about the war right now? Do you think that shit's fixed? I mean, it started with Russia and
I think that it's fixed, not from the U.S., but I think the U.S. helped and they know about it. And now that they're seeing the international backlash, now we're starting to push back against Israel.
How do you feel about us being basically bullies and getting our fingers dipped into every situation in the world?
I hate it. I hate it.
That's my thing. Is like I do hate it too, and why? There has to be something driving it to why we're revolved.
Money.
Exactly.
Bro,
That's
do you
exactly
know
why I think 9/11, us going over there, we lost not just thousands of people of the event. We lost thousands and thousands and thousands of people because of the war. And I think it's all because of oil.
I don't disagree.
I think it's fucked up.
The only part we disagree about is who initiated it.
I mean, no, obviously, everything we're saying right now is bullshit. Most people probably think that too. Say, from a standpoint of we think that 9/11 did happen and they did it. Yes, obviously, yeah, we're going to clap back. We're going to go over there. We're going to handle business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't think it was. Because at the end of the day, it's like Al Qaeda still controls shit out there. We didn't put a stop.
No, the Taliban. Al Qaeda. Taliban is Afghanistan.
We still didn't put. It's still happening.
Yeah.
So how long were we up to? 3 years?
Oh, bro, that was just like Iraq, but in total, we just left the region last year,
and it's still happening.
Yep.
So what stamp did we put down?
So literally, 24 years.
Don't get me wrong. Our soldiers went out there and they handled business for sure. They lost brothers and sisters along the way. At the same time, it's like it seems like they. I'm not saying they didn't do their job. It kind of seemed like it's still happening.
Yeah. And here's the sad part, right? I have the utmost respect for American soldiers, right?
For sure.
For what they do and what they believe in. Here's where I have the problem. Not with them. I take issue with their bosses. Old men, right, who have problems with each other, send young men who don't have any problems with each other to go kill each other on their behalf.
Yeah.
That's like if you and I got into an argument and then we send each of our girlfriends to kill each other.
Yeah.
Instead of us handling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing is that
that's from a movie, by the way. I didn't come up with that.
They're saying right now that numbers for service men and women are historically low.
Yep.
And they're basically trying everything they can to get people to join. And if we were to go to war again, most likely there will be a draft.
Oh, 100%.
Now, the last war we were a part of was because of 9/11, and we were in Afghanistan. Do you see the resemblance to what I'm talking about?
We've been in 3 major wars.
People see the bullshit.
Yes.
And they don't believe in the direction that the government is putting us in.
Correct.
And now we're in a war again.
Well, again, we're not in the war. We could easily be in the war.
We're not in the war, but we're funding another country to do the war.
Yes.
Not do the war, to fight the war.
Correct.
It's our war, but we're just not using our troops.
Yeah.
Because if we did use our troops, boom, there goes World War III. And at that point, I mean, to be honest with you, we're going down that route on how intense shit is.
Oh, that's not dark.
Huh?
That's not dark at all.
It's 10:46. It's pretty dark. All I'm saying is that there's going to be a draft.
And here's where we have to thank the wonderful trans community. Because you know who's not subject to the draft?
That's not true.
Women aren't subject to the draft.
Didn't they just declare
Nope.
that?
Women are not subject to the draft. So war
What does
comes.
trans have to do with anything?
Because war comes, I'm gonna staple some fucking pigtails to the sides of my head and be like, "I'm a woman. I identify as a lady."
Stupid.
No war for me, bitches.
And why? And why are we seeing an uptick on aliens?
Bro, that shit is wild. The government is.
Have you noticed? Have you noticed that shit's like very frequent nowadays?
Bro, did you not hear about all these like information releases that the government's been doing over the last year?
They just say that they had to release records.
Yes.
About yeah.
And like,
I mean, not just
all kinds of UFO shit. All like just what the fuck? People who used to be with the government openly saying in front of the Senate, yes, there are extraterrestrial beings that the United States has recovered.
Para cojones, bro. I'm telling you,
bro.
Those type of people back in the day would have been like, boop, boop.
Oh yeah,
Men in Black. Boop. You don't remember shit now. Your name is Gregory, and you're from Wisconsin,
and your best friend's a turtle.
I like turtles.
With the fucking 5 brain cells we left you. Nah, but dude, that shit is wild. Now, look. I actually really like what Joe. Yes, but not in the way you think. So I agree with like something that Joe Rogan said. Number one, the U.S. has been keeping all this shit under wraps for decades, right? A century. And now all of a sudden they're releasing all this shit and saying, yes, there are aliens when all this stuff is going down. The war in Ukraine, the war in Israel, inflation's through the roof. I think the government is trying to distract us.
Mm-hmm. Like they're always doing.
Yes. I think that there is life out there somewhere.
Like the trials of fucking Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, Johnny Depp. Fuck, exactly.
That show
like, they're
fucking,
always trying to distract us from the important shit that matters.
Yeah.
It's misinformation, right? And I think with this alien shit, it was kind of the perfect disguise because they could be like, dude, they've been accusing of this shit for decades and decades, a fucking century. Let's just give them what they want. And, that'll distract them for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? But like I said, I think that there is life out there. It would be ignorant to believe that with the billions and billions of galaxies and the trillions of stars within those galaxies, that there wouldn't be one fucking star, just like our sun, that has planets that can support life revolving around it.
So where do you think life is if you think there's more life out there?
I don't think there's anything in our solar system we would have seen evidence of it by now. Mm-hmm. We've had satellites that have gone by Pluto by this point. Right? But again, there's millions upon billions of stars just in our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, our universe. Right? Yeah, I think that there is life out there. The problem is reaching them. Right? Like
so
the amount of light years. So do you know what a light year is?
Yes. So question real quick.
Okay.
Since the government likes to control and distract and only release certain information that they want the public to know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that they haven't communicated with another life form like us in a different galaxy. But not inform us about it. Because you think about it, back in the 60s, the UFO thing was pretty popular and everything. Mm-hmm. And they lied. And they kept lying. UFOs aren't real, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Now they're coming out saying that they're real. What's to say that they're hiding this, that they had communication with another being? Like a picture. It's like us in the United States, but in the world. but another world just like it. We function the same exact way, just unreachable. But there's communication. But they're not letting us know.
No,
That would be wild.
that would be wild. But here's why I don't think that's true. Um, if you step over an anthill, right?
What's up with you and ants, bro?
It's the tiniest insect I can think of off the top of my head. Insignificant.
Fleas?
Yeah, but fleas don't get organized.
How do you know that? You know fleas?
Yeah. I'm the flea whisperer.
Anyways, what?
Yeah, so ants can create colonies, and they're obviously out of the insects are probably the most intelligent,
Yeah.
right? So in my mind, I'm thinking if another life form, right, was able to communicate with us, they would be so far advanced. Why would they care about our government? They would just communicate with all of us. Like, and so what I was going to say is, if you're standing over an ant colony, right, you're not going to go sifting through the debris to find the queen to like fuck with it. The ants are just the ants. They're all insignificant to you.
So you think that there is life form out there that's advanced and we're just fucking ants? And we're not up to par for
To them, yeah.
to be relevant?
Yeah. I'm not saying, because I think there's probably multiple systems of life out there. You know, enough to fill multiple galaxies of every planet having life. There's probably billions of planets in total across all those stars, all those universes, all those galaxies, right? All those solar systems that also have life in one form or another. I'm not saying they're all that intelligent, but I definitely think.
So you think? What do you think aliens look like?
That I have no idea.
Do you think they look
like bipods, like walking on two legs, and I don't know.
With a big ass green head?
I wouldn't mind fucking alien looking She-Hulk, dude.
That's not the question.
I'm just saying. I'd jump on that grenade.
You are a weirdo.
I'd jump on that grenade.
You're a weirdo.
I couldn't even assume to guess what they would look like, dude. All I know is that
you need to find somebody that will love you, bro. You think about some weird shit.
I'm too broken, dude.
First, you're ready to screw a robot. Now you're ready to screw an alien.
Yeah.
You're a weirdo.
Bro, people have been fucking weird things since the beginning of humanity.
You're admitting you're a weirdo?
Oh, yeah. And a pervert. Are you kidding me? But now you fucked me up. Where was I going with it?
What they look like?
No, you interrupted me with what they look like while I was saying something else.
Communication.
Okay, yeah. So if there was some civilizations out there somewhere that were that advanced, I think that at a certain point they would get so advanced that we are insignificant to them. We mean nothing. We're less than nothing. Except maybe our planet would be useful for resources. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think that they would just come to or communicate with Earth and like figure out our frequencies and communicate with only our governments.
So I'm gonna hit you with a curveball.
Okay, go.
Because I know you so well.
Yeah.
So you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
How do you believe in aliens but you don't believe in God?
There's more evidence for aliens than God.
But you said that you don't believe in anything you can't see.
Yes.
Have you ever seen an alien?
No. But I can see
How the hell are you gonna say
because
that?
I can see the stars, and there are
those aren't aliens, bro. That's the
Listen.
galaxy.
Listen.
Also, those stars explode.
That's what we look like to them as well. Just a little blink in the night sky somewhere off in the distance.
Beyond the galaxies.
And here's another. Hold on, no. Let me finish this thought.
What's the beyond the galaxies?
Space is infinite, bro. So remember, a galaxy is smaller than a universe.
The fuck universe.
There's the Milky Way galaxy, right? And then
What's beyond universe?
potentially other universes. Can you stop interrupting me?
I'm
Fuck,
just,
I lost it again, you son of a bitch.
whoa, bro.
You dirty Jew.
Wow.
I had a good point to make. God damn it.
You're not making a point, bro, because you've never seen an alien. You've never seen.
You're right.
You haven't seen God, so you don't believe in anything you don't see. So it's at the same time, how you gonna?
I haven't seen an atom to know that atoms exist, bro. What I know is that there is trillions, zillions of planets out there orbiting trillions and zillions of fucking stars, just like the Earth is orbiting the sun. And if we can exist, they can exist.
But I'm not holding you to it. I'm just wondering how you thought about that.
Yeah, God is a fairy tale. There's no evidence, none whatsoever, except anecdotal, subjective, or objective. Now, I'm so tired I can't even think of the actual term. Evidence, basically from your perspective. Nothing that can be proven or replicated.
I'm not gonna judge you on how you feel.
How the fuck did you go down that alleyway?
Well, because I remember you always just say you only believe in things that you can physically see.
Yes.
So that's
And
why I
guess
had to
what?
bring it up because I know
They've
you've
taken
never
pictures.
I know you haven't physically seen. And you can edit a picture, bro. I can get a picture and I could put you in fucking where haven't you been in the world? Have you been to Brazil? I can put you on top of that freaking big thing on top of Brazil,
No,
the lady.
that's not the same thing, dude.
I'm just saying you can edit a picture to make it look like whatever you want.
You're right.
So
But
what I'm saying is that if the aliens were real and they look like us, that means this whole time what's that movie? Little alien, it's comedy.
Marvin the Martian?
Even Marvin the Martian, or even
Oh, you're talking about Paul.
Paul. Exactly. Everybody sees the image of, and they're saying, "Oh, Paul, that's how they look like." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they might look just like us.
They possibly could. But again,
You can edit.
you can't fake the night sky, dude. China, Russia, India, whoever else can create a massive fucking
The night sky.
yeah, you can't fake the night sky.
What do you mean by that? The night sky.
The reason we have images of all these universes is because there's satellites out in space with lenses that are specifically trained to zoom in on the darkest parts of space from our perspective.
Have you ever seen the Truman Show?
Yes. And it only took him a couple days to prove that his entire world was fake.
On a movie.
Yeah.
But what if it's really like that?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been past the ice? Nobody has.
Are you fucking saying that flat Earth shit, bro?
No, I'm not saying flat Earth.
Because they say ice walls at the edges of the Earth.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying is that how do you know that we're not basically
What ice are you talking
being
about?
controlled? How do you know that the sun's okay? Yeah, I'm saying flat Earth.
Please, for the love of God, do not tell me you're a flat earther, bro.
Let's enlighten the situation. Let's say I do think that the Earth is flat, which I don't. Argue it.
We've literally traveled around the world. You can go up in a plane and see the curve of the Earth on the horizon.
I haven't. I go fly in a plane. You see clouds. You don't see.
You've never flown on a clear day.
No. You might be flying more than I do, but
Okay.
okay, what?
I mean, it's very easy to prove. You take
What's beyond the ice?
There's no ice, bro.
You're talking about there's no ice.
There's no ice.
How the fuck are you gonna say there's no ice? There's ice.
Which ice? What ice? Whom
Antarctica.
ice?
There's ice down there.
Once you go over the ice, you're on the other side of the world. That's it.
You prove that?
Yeah.
How?
You can fucking fly to Antarctica.
You can fly to it.
You know where you fly if you fly to Russia? You don't fly east to the United States and then through over the ocean and then over Europe.
Uh-huh.
You fly over Canada and
Up
then the
into
North
Russia.
Pole with all that ice and come down on Russia.
You believe in Santa?
You're on another level right now.
You said a North Pole. I had to throw that out there. No, how do you feel? No, how do you feel? How do you feel about the ocean though? I was fucking with you. I was fucking with you the whole time.
I figured, but you're
straight from God all the way up.
I figured, but you're getting me a little worried, dude.
But really, how do you feel about the water?
I think it's scary, bro. Like, we know nothing, less than nothing about the lowest depths of the oceans. We know more about our own solar system.
We really can't get down there because of the pressure.
Yeah. But I don't think
that
that'll be that big of an issue.
But explain that to me. How can you make a rocket to go into space, but you can't make something that goes down to basically for pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you so advanced with space but not advanced enough to go explore under the ocean?
The way it's been explained to me is,
I mean, those people that just went down there recently, I think it was a few months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't not a submarine, a submersible in the submersible.
And that was made by correct me if I'm wrong. Was that made by Elon?
Elon? No. It was made by these guys who do Titanic tours.
Yeah.
No. And so they've done a bunch of them, but on this one, it just failed.
Did they ever find it?
They found parts of it, parts of the wreckage, and that was it.
The shit's, I guess they're explaining that shit and it crumbled like a can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so that's the way it's been explained to me. Is imagine billions and billions of pounds of weight being pushed on you from literally every little direction. Like imagine if you could have like pins sticking out of your entire body, like Hellraiser,
Yeah.
you know, like just sticking out every tiny surface of your body. And for each of those pins, billions of pounds of pressure are being forced down. That's what it's like the deeper you go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, in order to create something that can get deeper, there can't be even a hairpin's worth of fault.
Yeah.
It needs to be absolutely perfect.
So my question is that obviously there's life down there.
Mm-hmm.
How are those?
That's the fucking question.
Because
there's squid in fucking massive creatures that they're uncovering, dude. And types of whales and sharks, bro. The megalodon was only discovered not that long ago, bro. You're talking about a shark like fucking 3 to 4 times the size of great whites.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest fears out there. Hey, bro, are you telling me there isn't the smallest possibility with, even though we've only researched like something like 3 to 4% of our entire ocean?
How much that scares me, dude?
How much?
Remember when we went swimming in the Mediterranean in fucking Greece?
Yeah.
Or not Greece, where was it at? No, Barcelona.
Barcelona, yes.
That fucking scares shit at me now.
Yeah, but that's the sea. That's not the ocean.
But still,
true.
Just the fact that something could come from the bottom and just fucking grab you, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever went swimming and someone played a joke on you and just fucking yanked your leg going down?
Yeah.
Imagine doing that, but you can't see shit under you.
Actually, I did that to my brother, but I didn't actually like yank his leg. I told him that something yanked on my leg, And I kept freaking him out more and
That's
more.
so scary, dude.
And then he freaked out and started swimming for the shore. And we were like, bro, easily a mile away from the shore. We had like a 10, 15-minute swim back to the shore.
That's scary, bro.
The ocean is fucking terrifying. I am way less scared of space than I am the ocean. Exactly. We've only researched like 4% of the ocean.
And we have access to the ocean.
Yep.
We don't have access to space.
Yep.
That's scary as fuck.
Yeah. It's the kinds of creatures that are probably still down there, just prehistoric kinds of fucking creatures, dude. Like, I found out that lobsters are pretty much fucking immortal unless humans kill them. They can lobsters, they can live for hundreds of years.
So they're like turtles.
Except we've never found a lobster that's died naturally in the ocean. They just fucking keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's crazy.
Are you telling me that there's no chance that there isn't like 100-foot long lobster in some deep fucking crevice of the ocean?
Our bodies are probably like the size of a penis.
Yeah.
A big lobster, bro.
Exactly. That's a big fucking lobster. But we have no way to find out unless we, I don't know, somehow. I mean, LiDAR is doing some pretty incredible things now with what they can photograph, but dude, the ocean's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, it is.
Like, that's the other thing. Like,
the crazy thing is that there's more water on Earth than there's land.
Way more water. It's like over 2-to-1 water to land. And it's, well, that's kind of a weird. The land is there. It's just underwater.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's, and here's another crazy thing. If there are other planets with intelligent life, look at what our monsters look like here. Great white sharks, alligators, tigers, bears. Can you imagine what the fucking monsters on those planets look like?
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 takes place here on Earth.
Still.
It's a video game, by the way, if people don't know that.
It's based off of a, after a nuke, radiation and all that other shit, and it mutates our actual animals to big ass fucking monsters and shit.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, I believe it.
If a time comes in our lifetime when they say, hey, you can live forever, we're going to transfer, or not live forever, but we can give you a fully mechanical body and you feel things just the way you do with your normal human body, but it's robotic. You'd be a cyborg, right? And you'll live for hundreds of years. Would you do it?
No.
Why not?
It's fucking off me.
Why?
Because I'm not me.
But you are. It's your brain, right? And realistically, your brain is what makes you you. You would never have to worry about gaining weight. No, you could have a fucking 10-inch cock.
My heart is who I am, bro.
Your heart?
My heart, bro.
Well, your heart, and I'm doing the quotation marks, is your brain. Your actual heart is just a fucking muscle that's pumping, an organ that's pumping blood through your body for your brain. The rest of your body works for your brain.
No.
Your brain's the CEO. The rest of it is just insignificant ants.
You and your ants.
So you're telling me, like, again, you still feel everything. You'd have supervision. You could jump.
Because at that point, you have everything, right?
No, you still have other things to that you'd want to accomplish and do in your life and stuff like that. You would just have this mechanical body that lets you do amazing things. You would have a horse cock.
And you'd never
die. Retractable horse cock.
And you'd never die.
Pretty much. Like at a certain point, at a certain point, you could let yourself die, take yourself offline, whatever. Right?
I don't want to do that because then I have to do tune-ups on my arms and shit, and I have to do tune-ups on my car, and it's too much tuning, bro.
Why? You love working on cars. I can see you with.
That's besides the fact.
I can see you with like your legs over the back of your head.
I hate you.
Right? And you're working on your balls because your balls are squeaking every time you fuck. Right? And like you smack, and it's like, you know. And so like you fold your legs over your shoulders, and you have like an oil can, and just you know
the oil can. You know, it never reminds me of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, exactly. Right between your nuts, dude. In your gooch. Right?
You're a weirdo.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this weekend's episode of the Dab Podcast. Do forgive us. We were a little tired. I know we got a little loopy. We got some exciting stuff coming next weekend, though. We are going to have a special guest. Pretty exciting.
Actually, for the next 3 weeks, we have special guests.
True, yeah. All the way through New Year's, we have special guests. I can't wait to get these interviews in.
Yeah,
this is going to be amazing. You guys have no idea what you're in for. It's literally fucking incredible.
It's basically a 3-part
series. Yes.
They all pretty much tie into each other. Yeah, I don't want to give it away. But
yeah, don't give it away.
Exciting.
For those of you listening, your jaws are gonna drop.
There's some twists,
especially for those of you who know backstory and are lucky enough to kind of know the inside stuff of some of the things we're talking about. You guys are gonna be so fucking shocked. It's gonna blow your minds these next 3 weeks.
Which one are you most excited about?
Oh man,
I think next week's is pretty good.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what's gonna come out of his mouth, dude. He said some wild shit, bro. He's gonna say some off the cuff shit. I'm imagining some crazy stories.
Yeah.
Fuck, I've had some crazy stories with him.
Yeah, it's great.
I can't wait. And I hope you guys can't wait. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Go Niners. Fuck the Seahawks. Fuck the Cowboys. And fuck the Eagles.
Okay, well, real quick before we leave. As a Niner fan, are you rooting for Dallas? We need that. We need that. It's hard, bro. It's like, I mean, just based off of who the Dallas.
To my core, I don't want to, but I can't lie. I am rooting for them.
You gonna throw a jersey on?
Fuck no. But here's 2 reasons why.
I'm gonna wake up.
Number one,
it's
gonna make my brother-in-law so fucking happy.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow. You're gonna play Kid Rock. Cause I'm a cowboy, baby.
Oh, bro, you're making this harder than it already is. God. It's like having sex with your really fine cousin.
Just because you're stupid. Just because of the playoff implications and us having a bye week.
You're rooting for the Cowboys.
I'm going to say go Cowboys.
Yes.
It's the only time I'm going to say that.
Well, one more thing is my cousin. Like, he's probably the best Cowboys fan I know. Like, he doesn't talk shit. He respects the game. He gives us our props when we do well. And I know it would feel good for him. I still, like, if we play in the playoffs, fuck your Cowboys.
Yeah.
But for tomorrow, I hope they do crush them. We will take first place in the NFC. Yeah. Other than that, fuck the Cowboys.
Tomorrow should be an easy win.
Oh, why'd you have to say that?
Because I can promise it, bro.
You had to jinx it. Anyways, we're getting off topic again. Thank you guys again. Have a great football Sunday. And check us out next week. Anyone who wants to get in contact with us, please reach out to us on Instagram at TheDABPodcast. Reach us on Facebook, again, TheDABPodcast, or email us at TheDABPodcast1@gmail.com. Peace!
Later.